So that's a bit blurry, but I'm in Waltham Abbey and I've come to see the church and the gardens and whatever else is about. It's a pretty historic area. But as I said, the sign is pretty blurry. But we are going to wander around and see what we can see. And here once stood a bloomery forge. Wow, that's old. It's used to smelt iron ore and to produce metalwork needed for the abbey and its farm. Well, there you go. Pause to read, guys. Just about see through these signs. It is very, very blurry. It's that perspex stuff. But look at that. Wowee. That's the remains. How cool. How cool. So I'm in some gardens. I am assuming they are the Abbey Gardens. Wow, look at this. How beautiful. Lots of lavender. And bees. Lots of bees. I don't mind bees. Stunning. There's lots of beautiful flowers out. I don't know what this is on the wall. Things keep catching my eye already. Tools. Horseshoes up there. Wow. I like that. Pigeons. This is my first time here. It's in Essex, but I've never been here. Wow. I've just walked round the other side of the gardens. There's lots going on in this area, but of course it is the site of an old abbey, and we're going to walk round and find the information. But you can see sort of signs everywhere really. And then there's the Abbey Church, which is quite historic. I say quite historic, a lot historic. Which is over there. I'm going to walk around the perimeter. There's the old gatehouse and stuff over there. part of the wall from the old abbey. Ooh, it's a bit breezy today, I do apologise. So the path northwards between the Abbey Church centre and the carved figure, which I think is over there, under the Abbey View, A21 Ring Road, into the monastic fish ponds. In medieval times, sluice gates on the Cornmill stream would have ensured a plentiful supply of running water. Ooh. So that's the Abbey Church centre. And this would have been part of the Abbey Gardens. Yeah, we're not that far from Epping Forest actually. I'm guessing that's the one that is the carved figure. Walking in history, guys. Walking in history. That's a bit bizarre actually. Pretty cool, but pretty bizarre. Look at that. Oh wow. Wow. The oak is from Epping Forest and was kindly donated by the Corporation of London studio space provided by Waltham Abbey Centre for Community Studies. That is pretty awesome. Is it not? Do you agree? My goodness. I like it. I like it a lot. Wowee. Pretty sinister it looks, but I mean it's not. I don't get that feeling from it at all. It's probably a monk of some kind, isn't it? Those trees, they're amazing, aren't they? Wow, love willow trees. But let's go and check out the ruins over there, and we will go and have a look around the church and graveyard. King Harold is supposedly buried in there. I don't think anybody knows exactly where he's buried, but there is a memorial stone for him. So this, guys, would have been the Waltham Abbey gatehouse. Well, kind of still is, isn't it? It's just that the abbey is no longer. But this is what's left of the original, which is pretty awesome. Look at that. Wow. I mean, I love ruins. I love the history of it. Cool. The old gates would have been hung there. Oh my goodness. There we go. Ruins of the 14th century gatehouse of the Augustinian Abbey of Holy Cross. The large and small archways were for wheeled and pedestrian traffic respectively. Nice. Nice, there's some information there. There's our carved figure over the back there. And then the church is through there. The Abbey Gateway. The gateway, built in 1369 of stone and bricks, formed the main entrance to the Abbey precinct and was set within its own enclosure separate from the town. The bricks you can see to your left are examples of Essex brick, which are much larger than today's bricks. They were probably made locally and are some of the earliest medieval medieval bricks known in the country. Nice. If you look outside of the gateway, you notice two shields. Oh, I have to go back out there and have a look. But look at that. How awesome. I'm just going to go back out there and see if I can see the shields. Or where they were. I kind of normally notice detail like that, but no, can't see where they would have been. Can you? No matter, I guess. Onwards we go. It's the larger bricks that the sign was talking about. Wow. Stop. Awesome. And I'm just continuing to walk around the outside before I go to the church, because there are some more, or there is another information sign over there. And we love an information sign. Well, I do. Let's go and see what that's all about, shall we? What a beautiful park area though, look. Lots of dog walkers. You can't see any at the moment, but there have been a few. Take my word for it. Oh look, more there. Oh, I've got goosebumps being here then, I always do. So, Waltham Abbey cloister entry. Look at that. The vaulted passage of late 12th century date formed an entry to the cloister of the abbey through the northern range of claustral buildings. Wow. My goodness, let's go have a look through. Wow, look at that, if you can look through the cobwebs. Oh, how cool. Can you see that detail? I'm going to go through. Look at that. Oh, sorry, a bit wobbly. My goodness. I love it. Absolutely love it. History, guys. Bloody history. So we've got some information here. The cloister passage. Huh, used as a potato store. Like it. Waste not, want not, eh? My goodness, this is awesome. I love it. I love it. A little bit of history. A little bit of history. So, Abbey House. Look at that. So the house was built reusing ruins from the abbey, which happened across the country really. So the remains of fireplaces and windows which have been in south wing. Oops. Well, let's see what we can see then. We see the church beyond to there. So this would have been the Abbey House where we're standing. Wow. Wow. Now on the other side of the wall, as you probably can tell, excuse me, I know I've said it before, but it is pretty awesome that we can still see stuff like this, like ruins and not torn down, because it's part of our English heritage, isn't it? Chapter house and reclaimed material. Oh wow. So the wall was restored after the dissolution using rubble from the ruins. Section of the wall showing some reused stone pillars, and you can see that right there. Whoops. I guess now you can. Awesome. Oh, how cool. I know I keep saying it, but it so is. And look at that church. My goodness. Scaffolding around it. So we're going to go and have a look. There's some more information plaques. Let's go. Go and have a look around the church. Oh, look at that. Nearly missed that one. The other side, the cloister entrance over there. The apse and the cloisters. Wow, that's how it would have been back in the day. How awesome. Marked in the ground. I'll have a look. To our pilgrims will cross around the Holy Cross. The cloisters to your right, you will see the cloisters of Henry II's Abbey marked on the ground. That's what it would have looked like. And you can see there. My goodness. Oh, goosebumps. Goosebumps. See it marked out, can't you? And there we are in the graveyard. A couple of graves here. There's not many I can see around here. I'll see if we can see some dates. Some of it's long, faded. Woodbridge. I can read Woodbridge. Not much else, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. We'll go and check the church out. Hopefully it's open. That might be 1856 written on that one, it's hard to tell. And there we go. This is the memorial for King Harold of England. He died in 1066 in the Battle of Hastings, which weren't that far really. Which kind of says it there, although you can't really see it. But this is him. As I've said, there is some You can see that semicircular cutout there. Just going around here. I don't know how well it's coming across. There we go. But anyway, back to King Harold. I've read that nobody knows actually where he's buried in the graveyard, but manuscripts from way back say that he is here. These are markers in the walkway here too, on the pavement. Yeah, 1811. But Harold's Memorial. So he was killed in the Battle of Hastings the 14th of October 1066. Duke William of Normandy refused Harold's mother permission to claim his body. It was later identified by Harold's mistress and brought back to Waltham. Well, there you go. There are various theories as to the exact location of his final resting place. He is here, allegedly. That's what's always been clear, but who knows where? Who knows where? But still kind of cool history. Wow, this place is awesome. I know it's a church graveyard, but it's historic, isn't it? So the development of the church. So Church 1 on this site dates to the 7th century. So interesting. So a new church was built at the end of the 8th century. So like 1016, 1035. And Church 3. Well, there you go. Church 4. Church 5. Be the Abbey. Wow. And then the church today. Oh, it was all so sad, wasn't it? All so sad. But imagine the history here. I mean, look at that. Lots going on there, isn't there? Lots going on. Yes. Wow. Wow. King Harold's tomb, which is that way. Goodness. My goodness. It's kind of peaceful actually around here, despite people walking through and the town centre's over there. But it is kind of lovely. Hoping the church is open for me to go in and have a look. The front, welcome to the church. And it is open. Just seen the carving up there. Can you see him yet? There. Wow, I got goosebumps. I really have. I know I keep saying that, but I have. So we're going to go in. Have a look around this very historic church. We are inside the porch area. Wow. So much history here, guys. So much history, look at that. They're pretty awesome, aren't they? I love the carvings. Really love it. through there. See that? The light glaring off it. Look at that. Wow. Goodness. My goodness. That's nuts. The history this place has seen. guys, this church is absolutely stunning. It's well visited. Lots of people coming in to have a look around. But it's just so awesome. So much history. Beautiful. Detail you can miss. Look at that. Wow. Touching history. Keep in mind there's been a church in these grounds since the 700s, and even the park area where the monk is, the carved monk, the whole area where the gardens are, it's been consecrated ground, so it's deemed a cemetery even though there are no grave markings for us to see all around, just the ones that we can see here. And where King Harold's memorial is, that's where the high altar would have been at the time that he was buried at the church. So it could well be that that's where he is still buried. I mean, unless they dig him up, which I hope they don't, we're never going to know for certain that he's there, but he would have been buried at the base of the high altar, which is where that stone is that's dedicated to him. But this church, absolutely stunning inside. It's very quiet in there. I didn't sort of say too much, just showed you around, but there you go. Beautiful church. Such an amazing area. So much history in the area. Lots for you to see. Waltham Abbey. I keep walking around, seeing different stuff. Kind of narrow my way out, but this is just also beautiful. You imagine the history, can't you? People that have walked these grounds. Gins being fed. Little drawbridge there. Housing estate and shops and everything built up around it. But still, it's kept its integrity. Can you imagine the people that have walked these grounds? Back when it was an abbey, back in the 700s when that original church was there. Can you imagine the life that's been seen on these grounds? Oh. Goosebumps, guys, goosebumps. And now we're heading out towards where the gatehouse was that we saw earlier. And the church there. Wow. Guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate every single one of you. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I would be very grateful if you would consider subscribing, liking the videos and subscribing to the channels. All free, doesn't cost you a penny, but does support the channel and is massively appreciated. Cheers guys, take care everybody.